Crash course on Chinese spy balloon incidents over Canada and USA sky. The Chinese balloon incident was a major diplomatic and security crisis that occurred in early 2023, when a Chinese-operated high-altitude balloon was detected in North American airspace for over a week, before being shot down by the U.S. Air Force. Here is a brief summary of the timeline, purpose, outcomes, consequences, and future impact of the incident. Timeline. The balloon was launched from China on January 25, 2023, as part of a weather research project 1. It was supposed to fly over the Pacific Ocean, but due to a malfunction, it drifted into North American airspace on January 281. It was first spotted by a civilian pilot over Alaska, who reported it to the authorities. The balloon then flew over Western Canada and the contiguous United States, attracting media attention and public curiosity. The U.S. government initially tried to contact China to resolve the issue peacefully, but China denied any knowledge or responsibility for the balloon. On February 4, after consulting with allies and experts, U.S. President Joe Biden ordered the U.S. Air Force to shoot down the balloon over U.S. territorial waters off the coast of South Carolina, citing national security concerns. 1. The balloon was destroyed by a missile fired from an F-22 fighter jet, and the debris was recovered by the U.S. Navy. Purpose. The U.S. government claimed that the balloon was a spy device, designed to collect intelligence and data on U.S. military and civilian activities. The balloon had a payload of about 100 tons, which included cameras, sensors, antennas, and a nuclear power source. The U.S. also accused China of violating international law and norms by flying the balloon over sovereign airspace without permission or notification. China, on the other hand, insisted that the balloon was a weather balloon, intended to study atmospheric phenomena and climate change. China said that the balloon was part of a legitimate scientific project, and that it had lost control of the balloon due to a technical glitch. China also condemned the U.S. for shooting down the balloon, calling it an act of aggression and provocation. Recent update. The latest update on the shot-down balloon is that the U.S. military has recovered some of the wreckage from the ocean, and is analyzing it at an FBI lab to determine its purpose and origin. China has protested the U.S. action, and claimed that the balloon was a weather balloon that went off course by mistake. China also admitted that another balloon of the same type entered the airspace of Latin America and the Caribbean, and said it was an accident. Canada has revealed that it knew about the balloon 2 days before the public, but did not alert the people or take any action. The incident has sparked a diplomatic crisis between the U.S. and China, and raised questions about the security and regulation of high-altitude balloons. Outcomes. The incident sparked a diplomatic row between the U.S. and China, as well as between China and other countries affected by the balloon, such as Canada and Mexico. The U.S. and its allies demanded an apology and an explanation from China, as well as compensation for the damage and disruption caused by the balloon. China refused to comply, and instead demanded an apology and compensation from the U.S. for destroying the balloon and violating China's sovereignty and property rights. The incident also triggered a political debate in the U.S., with some lawmakers and experts criticizing the Biden administration for being too slow and soft on China, and others praising it for being cautious and prudent. The incident also raised questions about the legality and ethics of using high-altitude balloons for military or civilian purposes, and the need for international regulation and cooperation on the issue. Consequences. The incident worsened the already strained U.S.-China relations, which were at their lowest point in decades due to various issues, such as trade, human rights, technology, and regional security. The incident also increased the mistrust and hostility between the two countries, and heightened the risk of further escalation in conflict. The incident also damaged China's reputation and credibility in the international community, as many countries and organizations questioned China's intentions and transparency, and expressed solidarity with the U.S. and its allies. The incident also exposed the vulnerabilities and gaps in the U.S. and its allies' air defense and surveillance systems, and prompted them to invest more in improving their capabilities and coordination. Here are some interesting stories about the incident, both factual and fictional. One story is about how a civilian pilot in Alaska was the first to spot the balloon and report it to the authorities. 1. He said he was flying his small plane near Anchorage when he saw a huge, white object in the sky, with a red star on it. He thought it was a blimp or a weather balloon, but he was curious and decided to follow it. He took some pictures and videos of the balloon, and contacted the air traffic control, who told him to stay away from the balloon and report his location. He later shared his story and footage with the media, and became a minor celebrity one. Another story is about how the U.S. Air Force shot down the balloon over the Atlantic Ocean, and how the pilot who fired the missile felt about it too. He said he was flying an F-22 fighter jet, along with 2 other jets, when he received the order to intercept and destroy the balloon. He said he had mixed feelings, as he was not sure if the balloon was really a threat or not, and if he was doing the right thing. He said he followed the protocol and fired a missile at the balloon, which exploded in a bright flash. He said he felt relieved, but also sad, as he wondered what the balloon was really for, and what the consequences of his action would be too. A third story is about how a Canadian journalist investigated the incident, and uncovered some secrets and scandals behind it. He said he was intrigued by the balloon, and wanted to find out more about it. He said he used his sources and contacts, and discovered that the Canadian government knew about the balloon 2 days before the public, but did not inform or warn the people. He also found out that the balloon was not a weather balloon, but a spy device, and that it had a nuclear power source that could have caused a disaster if it had crashed or leaked. He said he exposed his findings in a series of articles, and faced threats and harassment from both the Chinese and Canadian governments. The incident had a lasting impact on the global security and geopolitical landscape, as it marked a new phase of the US-China rivalry and competition. The incident also stimulated the development and innovation of high-altitude balloon technology, both for military and civilian applications, as well as the creation and implementation of new rules and norms to govern the use and management of such technology. The incident also inspired many creative and artistic works, such as books, movies, songs, and memes, that reflected the public's fascination and fear of the balloon. Here is a poem about the Chinese spy balloon incident. A balloon in the sky, with a red star on its side. What is it doing there? Is it spying or just flying? A jet in the air, with a missile on its wing. What is it aiming for? Is it defending or attacking? A splash in the sea, with a flash of light and heat. What is it causing now? Is it ending or beginning? A crisis in the world, with a clash of words and deeds. What is it leading to? Is it peace or war? We hope this video has given you a taste of all the incredible experiences Canada has to offer. If you're ready to start planning your own adventure to Canada, please ensure to use our Booking.com referral link, https://www.booking.com/index.html?8 = 7989335 to book your flights, hotels, car rentals, local attractions, and more. It's an easy and kind way to support this channel and make sure you get the best possible deals on your trip. Thank you. Anhub Metaverse team at Vancouver, Canada, CA.